Never save money. Those were the first words my grandfather told me. I remember staring at him in shock. All my life, I had heard the same advice: save money, save for the future, be careful. But he smiled and said something I will never forget. Do not just save money, learn how to make it grow. Let me tell you why. The man who only dreamed. In a small village, there lived a man people called Lazy. He didn't work. Every day he sat under a large tree, watching the sky and the road. He always said, "One day I will open a shop. One day I will buy cows. One day I will be rich." But that one day never came. He dreamed. He waited. He did nothing. At first, people laughed at him. Later, they stopped laughing. They felt sorry for him. His wife worked tirelessly at home, cooking, cleaning, washing, trying to keep the family alive. One evening, she said gently, "Dreams are beautiful, but dreams cannot feed a family." He nodded and replied, "Someday, I will find a way." The night everything changed. Time passed. Food became scarce. Money disappeared. One night, his young grandson came to him barefoot and hungry. "Grandpa, do we have bread?" The cupboard was empty. No rice, no flour, nothing. That night, the old man felt a pain deeper than hunger. He realized a hard truth. Dreams alone cannot fill an empty stomach. The hard lesson of working only for survival. The next morning, he did something he had never done before. He went to find work. He became a field laborer. The sun burned his skin. His back ached. His hands became rough and cracked. Every night he returned home exhausted, holding a few coins. "It is little," he told his grandson, "but it is something." Yet the money disappeared as quickly as it came. Food, medicine, bills. The problem stayed. Saving money felt impossible. The jar of hope. One day, he overheard men in a store saying, "The secret is saving money. When you save, you are safe." That night, he placed a glass jar under his bed. Each week, he dropped in a few coins. Clink, clink. The sound gave him hope. His grandson found the jar and asked, "What is this, Grandpa?" He smiled. "This is our tomorrow." But saving came with sacrifice. They wore torn shoes. They skipped meals. They lived with less. Still, the jar slowly filled. When saving was not enough months later, he took the jar to the market. "I want 3 sacks of corn," he said. The shopkeeper counted the money and shook his head. "Prices have increased. This buys only 1.5." The old man stood frozen. His savings had lost value. He had worked, sacrificed, saved, yet life was still hard. The small idea that changed. Everything one evening, he noticed neighbors carrying eggs and milk, looking calm and secure. Then a tiny idea entered his mind. What if we buy chickens? This time, he did not wait for someday. He acted. With his savings, he bought a few thin chickens. At first, 1 egg, then 2. They ate some and sold the rest. With the earnings, they bought more chickens. Slowly, the flock grew. Slowly, the income grew. He kept records. He counted every coin. Soon, neighbors came to him to buy eggs. For the first time in his life, he was not just working to survive. He was building a future. The lesson of the egg. One day, he held an egg in his hand and told his grandson, "This egg is more powerful than a jar of money." Money can disappear, money can lose value. But when you use money to create something, it grows. The grandson hugged him and asked, "So, you're not lazy anymore?" With tears in his eyes, the old man smiled. "No, my child, I finally learned the truth. Never just save money. Make money grow. Saving money is important, but saving alone is like holding water in your hands. Slowly, it slips away. When you invest in something, even something small, you create growth, security, and hope. Start small. Start today. Let your money work for you. If this story inspired you, Support the channel by liking and subscribing. Your support helps us share more life changing lessons.